Sup Swarm, Sketchy here. As of this recording, the Proud Family revival, Louder and Prouder, just came out and I wanted to give my quick thoughts on it. The short version, I like it. And the only flaws it really has are flaws the original show also had, and we'll get to that in a second. The goal is to get all my thoughts out in less than 5 minutes, so hopefully I do. First off, remix theme song, fire. The original version was a tough act to follow, but this is a pretty good remix. The beat is really nice, has a little twinkly magical feel to it that I really like, and you really hear it in the credits when they play the instrumental. Only 2 episodes are out as of this recording, and I'm assuming that they'll just be releasing the episodes weekly, so what do I think of them? The first episode basically reintroduces us to all the characters we know and love, showing us what's changed and what stayed the same. It very much reminds me of the first episode of the Rugrats reboot, and I think this kind of approach is very effective for these kinds of reboots and revivals. I love that the design changes for the main friend group are treated like a sudden in-universe change. It's the kind of silliness I expect from the Proud Family, and it makes this new show feel like a heavily delayed 3rd season of the original show rather than a brand new one. The new characters are pretty cool too. Well, one of them, because we don't see much of KG. Maya's an interesting addition to the cast, and I love damn near everything Keke Palmer does, but I feel like I'm gonna need more time with her in order to flesh out my opinion of her. The second episode, though, I have mixed feelings. The episode was basically about using your social media influence responsibly. After Penny rightfully claps back at a toxic social media influencer, she kinda lets the clout get to her head. But there's a few problems with the execution that make it a little clumsy. The influencer Penny clapped back at was a very unsubtle James Charles stand-in, and they try to say, "Oh Penny, you ruined his life," and first off, a person as rich as James Charles is not gonna have their life ruined by someone calling them out unless they committed an actual crime, and even then they may still get away with it with little damage done to their bottom line. And if you're trying to make this person seem sympathetic, the last person you should have them be a parody of is James Charles. The episode sprinkles in a lot of that tired-ass cancel culture rhetoric. You know the arguments I'm talking about. The ones where people say, "Oh, you ruined their life," even though they lose a couple sponsorships and at worst get a little bit of heat their way. Because, you know, actions have consequences. While exaggeration has always been this show's way of making a point, when the central point of the exaggeration is off base, that affects the exaggeration. It kind of comes off as older people trying to make a well-intentioned attempt at commenting on something they only have surface level knowledge of. While Penny may be wrong for how she treated other people for the rest of the episode, the inciting incident of her clapping back at not James Charles was completely justified. He was a horrible person, and this mirrors how people of color are treated on social media in real life, where an influencer can say the most vile, head-ass shit on their platform, and the moment a person of color talks back to them, they're the ones that get vilified. They're the ones that get shadow banned. They're the ones that get consequences. They come down so hard on Penny for responding to someone that was berating her in public. And what makes it even more confusing is that the episode ends with not James Charles saying that he stopped being toxic, and it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Penny. So, which is it? Was Penny right to do what she did to him, or wasn't she? But I'm not gonna come down too hard on the episode because there is a good message here. The handling is just really clumsy. The aforementioned scene gives me the impression that the writers intended to get the following message across. Penny was right to call him out, but she lost sight of why she did it and started doing it to other people for personal gain instead. And her conversation with not James Charles at the end of the episode makes her realize what she's doing wrong. I get the feeling that this is what the episode was trying to do, it just didn't do it very well. All that being said, I'm still kinda glad that the show's run started with a great episode and an episode, because it's a reminder that the Proud Family was never perfect. The inconsistent treatment of Penny by everyone around her is something that fans have talked about for a long time. And in spite of these flaws, I still really enjoyed the show, and I'm very much looking forward to the rest of it. I really don't know if I'll do another video once the season concludes. I guess it would depend on how well this video does. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm gonna go listen to the new theme song on repeat until the next episode comes out. And until next time, keep it sketchy, folks. Peace.